method that you've developed, this methodology, to really communicate clearly, and more importantly than communicate, listen to and hear survivors. And I've had the honor of working with you in Arkansas on this system, and it was wonderful. And can you just tell us a little bit about how that came about in your mind, how you came up with this system of active listening?
Sure. This derives from a method called participatory action research. And it's a long-term investment in the academic community to ask ourselves questions about how do we allow citizens to participate and have a real voice, not a
pseudo voice.
Pseudo voice, yeah, that's a good term, in their own recovery or in anything that's happening to them. If a democracy is about us all being able to express where we're at and what our needs are and what we believe in or do not, we have to include people's voices. And this is something that we tend not to do well either. And also is extraordinarily complex in a disaster landscape, right? Because you have huge numbers of people impacted. So it really comes out of a long tradition of trying to understand how to elevate people and make them part of a conversation. Neely Gardner is the method that I follow. His method, he was a famous public administrator for the state of California, and he pioneered how to, a cyclical process of how to empower the person in a situation of need to not be a victim anymore, but to be an agent of their own recovery, in a sense.
You explained the background of this methodology that we implemented in Arkansas. But can we talk a little about how that actualized itself in the aftermath of that disaster?
Right. So the way that it's implemented is, again, to try to choose and reach out to a larger community and give them a voice. In fact, not to have any voice at all ourselves as government actors in what a community wants to see in terms of their own recovery. So it's structured as a simple process to bring together, I do focus groups, and groups from any sector or segment of society. You openly advertise those with the help of top government officials, schools, through different venues, Facebook pages that are set up after an event. And you invite people to sign up for time slots. They cannot just show up. And in that process, you record, you ask them different questions about what's working for them, what's hindering them, and then if they could change anything they want, what would it be? Which elicits basically projects that need to occur, how they need to rebuild their community. And you allow interactions to occur between the people as they discuss what's happened. So you have, it starts with a period of mourning, because before people can share with you, they have to trust you. And this process builds instant trust by allowing them to tell you what's been lost. And that seems to be a great need of any disaster survivor, to start at this point of, I had something beautiful and it was lost, and I need you to recognize and honor that fact. And by going through a process of teaching everyone involved what active listening is and how we can facilitate a conversation that allows that honoring of the momentous occasion to occur, people really open up and begin to can move beyond that mourning phase into the reconstruction phase, which is what's the work we need to do and to get done to move forward and out of this situation. So essentially, you're almost helping people process grief.
Wow.
In a sense, by walking through stages of what needs to be done and acknowledging what they've gone through.